Well, hey there, caregivers. Last week we talked about four types of dementia. And what I want you to know is that dementia isn't just one thing, it's a term that covers many different brain diseases. And knowing exactly what's causing it can make all the difference in how we care for our loved ones. In part one, we broke down the four most common types of dementia: Alzheimer's, vascular, Lewy body, and frontal temporal lobe dementia. But those aren't the only ones that impact families. So, today in part two, we're going to talk about four more types of dementia that every caregiver should know. Some are linked to conditions like Parkinson's disease, while others are related to long term alcohol use. And some develop from medical issues that might even be preventable. So, the more we understand the root cause of dementia, the better we can care for our loved one, adapt, advocate, and provide the right care. So, let's get into it. First up, I want to talk about Parkinson's disease. Not everyone with Parkinson's develops dementia, but for those who do, cognitive symptoms usually appear years after the movement issues begin. So, here's what I want you to know about Parkinson's disease. You may notice that your person has slowed thinking. Processing information might take a little longer than usual. Trouble with problem solving, difficulty making decisions, or following simple instructions may be part of your person's daily activities or daily routine. You may notice that they're having hallucinations or delusions and experiencing things like paranoia. For those of you that care for someone with Parkinson's, you might have first noticed that there were tremors, that there was shaking, that they were complaining of their legs aching or trouble walking, stiffness, or a complaint of heavy limbs and legs. And what I want you to know here is that not all people with Parkinson's disease develop dementia. About 50 to 80% do, but it's usually in the later stages. Things that you're going to want to consider are medication management, because some of the Parkinson's drugs can worsen hallucinations. So, making sure that you're talking to your primary care provider is really super important. And keeping a behavior log, like we've spoke about before, is important to take with you to doctor's visits. You're going to want to make sure that your home is set up in a dementia friendly environment. You're going to want to make sure that it's barrier free and that there aren't any trip rugs. So, if your person is having trouble walking or they're starting to use a walker, you're going to want to make sure those rugs are lifted and that those entries to the door are smooth for them. When you're caring for someone with Parkinson's disease, this means that you're going to be balancing a movement disorder and maybe some cognitive challenges. So, working with your PCP closely is going to be really important for you to help manage those symptoms effectively. The next type of dementia that we're going to talk about is mixed dementia. And just like it sounds, it happens when a person has two or more chronic diseases at the same time. An example of this would be Alzheimer's disease and vascular dementia at one time. The problem with this is that it's often underdiagnosed, usually being either Alzheimer's or vascular dementia, but not that term mixed. So, what's important here is that those early signs might include memory loss, just like Alzheimer's disease, and forgetting names or appointments or repeating the same questions may be things that you notice in your person. They will also have slowed thinking and decision making processes. And this is also common in vascular dementia, where they're having trouble problem solving. You may even notice that your person has behavior or mood changes. Depending on which type of dementia that is present, you may even notice things like motor symptoms if it's Lewy body dementia or Parkinson's related dementia. You may notice that your person has forgetfulness and hallucinations. But the key takeaways here are: it's more common than people realize, but it's often misdiagnosed because those symptoms sort of blend together. And your care must be tailored with a lot of understanding. And understanding which type is present will help you create the best care plan for your person. Those symptoms can vary from day to day. A mix of memory, behavior, and movement changes may appear when you're caring for your loved one. So, what this means is you need to stay adaptable. Since symptoms come from multiple sources, no two cases are ever going to look exactly the same. The next type of dementia that we're going to talk about is alcohol related dementia, or Wernicke-Korsakoff Syndrome. This is when alcohol consumption has affected the brain. This alcohol related dementia is caused by long term alcohol use and a severe deficiency of vitamin B1, or thiamine as we know it. And this is essential for a person's brain to function properly. So, while memory loss is a major symptom of this type of dementia, it can also impact your person's coordination, personality, and decision making abilities. In a person with this type of dementia, you're going to notice severe memory loss, especially difficulty in learning that new information, confusion, disorientation. They're often aware of their own condition. You may even notice drastic personality changes, irritability, lack of motivation, and poor impulse control. You may even notice that they have trouble with balance and coordination. They may have frequent falls or an unsteadiness while they're walking. So, some things here that are good to know are unlike the other dementias, some of the symptoms may improve if the diagnosis is caught early enough and the alcohol is stopped. Proper nutrition and thiamine supplements can help slow, improve, and even stabilize this type of dementia. The last type of dementia that we're going to talk about is Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, a rare but rapid dementia. CJD is one of the rarest and fastest progressing types of dementia. It's caused by abnormal proteins that damage the brain. But unlike the other dementias that usually develop slowly, CJD can cause severe decline within months. And the key symptoms here include rapid memory loss. This type of decline happens much, much faster than the other dementias. You're going to notice personality changes, sudden mood swings, depression, maybe even some anxiety. You might even notice a loss of coordination, like trouble walking, frequent falls, or muscle stiffness. You might even see some involuntary muscle movements like muscle twitches or jerky movements called myoclonus. As CJD progresses, most people with this type of dementia decline within months instead of years. There's no cure for this, but symptom management and comfort care are going to be your focus here. Because CJD is so aggressive, early diagnosis helps you to prepare and to focus on comfort and your loved one's quality of life. As we know, dementia isn't a one size fits all. Each type of dementia affects people in different ways, which means care, support, and treatment should be tailored to your person. The more we understand, the better we can become advocates for them and help them live with dignity and comfort. If you or someone you love has been impacted by dementia, know this: you are not alone. And if you are looking for more guidance and a space to connect with other caregivers who truly understand what you're going through, join my free support group, Dementia Caregivers Success and Support Network, because it's a place to learn, share, and find encouragement from others who are on the same path. Next week, I'm sharing something that might change the way that you think about dementia progression. Because we've all heard about stages of dementia, but is that really how it works? Because what if dementia just isn't a straight line, but something much more unpredictable? I'll be breaking it all down in a way that will help you better navigate this journey, so don't miss it. Remember, you are doing an incredible job. Keep learning, keep advocating, and most importantly, give yourself some grace. Until next time, I will be caring for you as you care for them.